Hey everybody, Economic Ninja here. I hope you're doing great. We're going to talk about cryptocurrency. We're going to talk specifically about XRP today, but whether it be XRP or any other cryptocurrency, I have to encourage you, I implore you, do not keep your cryptocurrency on the exchange. Learn how to use a proper hardware wallet. I suggest a Trezor. I will put it down in the description below. You want something that's compatible with your different coins. I love the one with the touch screen. It's absolutely amazing. I really like the interface. I'll put it down below. But the reason why is because it's so very vital that you understand that things like what happened with XRP and Ripple about 2 years ago when the SEC came in like a big bully and literally seized everything, stopped everything, sued them, literally brought them up on all these weird I can't even call them charges. Can't answer a single question. It's like they're fumbling, but it's only it's so obvious that it's being done to literally cause Ripple to get stressed out, give up something, or delay what's going on with the central bank digital currency. And the fact is that there are a lot of countries around the world that want to work with Ripple. Ripple Labs literally has built a system to be able to put, like using XRP, the token security, I don't know what it is at this point, but my point being is this: it's the rails that a train would go on. And imagine the train cars being digital currencies and they can move back and forth. Very similar, but it's not similar actually, completely different. So much more efficient, faster, cheaper to use than the antiquated SWIFT system that the US government uses right now. All right, this is very, very real. And I want people to understand how big of a deal this is. But the story that I want to read to you today is really interesting, okay? It's entitled, it's out of You Today. Ripple could burn their XRP right now. This is from a former executive. Now, what is the significance of burning their XRP? There's a big clump of XRP sitting out there in some wallets, right? And I'm just going to go really super lightweight, really easy explanation. It's like shares of a company. When there's a ton of shares outstanding, let's say 100 million shares at a certain price, you go, that's so dilutive. It's just going to cause the share price to go smaller unless you make a ton of money, right? More than likely, it's just going to make the share price go smaller because people start thinking, well, if the company keeps printing shares, what's going to stop them from next month printing more shares, right? Well, when a company decreases or they have very little shares outstanding, the stock price tends to be higher if the company's making money. There's a lot of factors, but my point being is investors are always looking for companies that are not dilutive, right? Well, now XRP has X amount of tokens. I don't remember off the top of my head, but they got a lot. And a lot of them are just sitting dormant. And the fact is there is a way of destroying those for life to where they're inoperable, you can't use them. All right. Now, what would happen if that big clump of XRP, this isn't financial advice, trading advice. I do own XRP. I've owned it since it was 2 cents. If all of a sudden that became inoperable and unusable, what would happen to the value of everyone else holding XRP that is moving around the ecosystem? It would go up in value, right? So that's why this story is important, all right? Again, if you hold XRP or any other currency, I highly suggest you learn, and it's not that hard, how to use a hardware wallet. I'll put a link below. All right, former director of developer relations at Ripple, Matt Hamilton, this is a former director, okay, has weighed in on the debate regarding the fate of Ripple's XRP holdings if the company is required to dispose of them. Hamilton suggested that Ripple could render their entire future escrow funds inaccessible to even themselves by disabling the master key on the designation account, thus making them inoperable. Now, mind you, again, this is a former employee, but definitely knows how this stuff works, okay? And it is sort of interesting how people tend to put this stuff out. You almost wonder if the company's behind it. I'm not saying they are, but it's almost like just these ideas, right? Or maybe it's just a pump. You just never know. This could be stuff that could manipulate the price as well. The suggestion was made in response to concerns raised by members of the XRP community about the possibility of Ripple pouring tens of billions of XRP into the market if the company was required to get rid of the tokens stored in numerous escrow accounts. The community debated whether it would be possible to burn the tokens, but it became clear that only XRPL validators could order XRP to be burned. Hamilton's proposal offers an alternative solution that could prevent Ripple from flooding the market with XRP. By disabling the master key on the designation account, Ripple could render the funds released from escrow inaccessible to anyone. This would effectively burn the tokens and ensure that they could not be used by Ripple or anyone else. The debate erupted from the question if Ripple could influence the validators to comply with a court order. Some community members argued that the judge could not make a ruling based on something that Ripple was dependent on convincing others to do, while others believed that the validators would not be bound by any order without being heard. The ongoing debate highlights the challenges faced by crypto companies as they blindly navigate the regulatory landscape and seek to balance the interests of investors. And honestly, that is the key right there. They're blindly navigating. Why? Because the SEC is not giving any clear-cut guidance. And it's absolutely disgusting. Guys, put your comments down below what you think of the XRP SEC debacle. I'd love to hear your comments. And yes, I've been owning this for a long time. This isn't financial advice, but I do believe that Ripple has done a heck of a job with XRP, and it is the one qualifier that's that XRP has over any other crypto really out there, is that you have a company that the banks, if they do business with you, they could sue, jail, or threaten you. I mean, honestly, that's what it really comes down to in this world, it seems like. But it is a very interesting thing. It is interesting that the SEC has been holding this out for so long, and everybody has been waiting with bated breath for so long for an answer, and they just haven't seemed to got it yet. Anyway, guys, I hope you got something out of this. Again, if you're holding coins or tokens on we're talking about crypto, on an exchange, get them off. If you don't hold the keys, the private keys, they're not your tokens, and they can be seized at any time. And if you're an XRP holder that had your stuff in Coinbase a couple years ago, you learned it the hard way, and it's horrible. But it's a good lesson to learn, and let's move on, and let's get this going. All right, guys, that being said, I thank you so much for watching. The Economic Ninja, out.